Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here and welcome back to another episode of SpinTires MudRunner on the brand new map in the Valley DLC, the Valley, obviously. And basically now today we have the garage unlocked. You can see the path we took from the starting point all the way up to the garage, and basically we're going to continue to explore in this episode. Now there is another garage back here, which that is another kind of another task in itself, but what I'm going to do is I've outfitted this little guy here with the utility attachment, and basically you can put a few different things in the back. You can put fuel canisters for an emergency fuel run, you can put garage parts, which comes with a scooter, and you could put your spare wheel on the back and also your utility attachment, so you have fuel and repair points in the back of your little scout vehicle. Now, there's not a lot back there, don't get me wrong, but to be fair, it's still pretty decent when you're thinking about, like, okay, so there's fuel back here, but honestly, we won't need fuel to get over to where that garage is. So what we're going to do is, or what we're going to do now, is explore a little bit further to the, what would that be, the west? Yeah, it'd be further west. So we're going to head that direction, and once we get over there, we're going to unlock those cloaked areas and try to reveal as much of the map as we can, because once we have the entire map revealed, that way everything will be a lot easier to plan, everything will be a lot easier to figure out. And by the way, this thing having, you know, I'm not used to vehicles that have trouble with the little saplings like that. I mean, it's not often that you find a vehicle in MudRunner that has issues driving over little saplings. So that's one of those things that you have to kind of be aware of when you're driving this little thing around, because it's not normal. It kind of feels almost golf cart-like compared to all the other vehicles in the game. Now, this is where I am going to deviate from the road because, frankly, I don't want to take this little thing in there. I read all of the warnings that they put out regarding this thing and deep mud, so I'm not going to take it in there. However, I have no problem taking it out here through the woods because it's so small. Now, that's what makes it great for exploring, because it can go off the trail whenever it wants to, and provided you don't get it stuck, it'll pretty much go in whatever direction you want it to. And plus, when you have the winch available to you, that just kind of changes the game, because that way it'll go wherever you winch it. Because that's the other thing, too. It's super easy to pull with a winch because it's so light. It's actually the lightest vehicle, I believe, ever in MudRunner. I was like, I know exactly which winch point I want, too. And it works. It works beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. All right, let's go ahead and get through here real quick. Release. We should start coming up on that sign, or not, sign, what did I mean? We should start coming up on that watch point really quickly. The flag, that's what I mean. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Again, the winch is like your savior with this little rig. Not gonna lie, this would be awesome for, like, running around, like, if you had, like a massive piece of land or something. This would be amazing for just running around on that and just, like, doing little jobs here and there. For like a farm or a homestead or something like that, this would be perfect. This would be absolutely perfect. Because think about it, it's four-wheel drive. It's got a bunch of like cargo space. You can put whatever you want in the back. You can take it hunting. You can do whatever you want with it. There's our watch point. So once we go ahead and get over there and get that unlocked, we can go ahead and continue on. And I want to say that the best way, the best way to do this is going to be by actually staying off of the roads. Because if we stay off of the roads, think about it, the roads are where the mud is, usually. Unless you're in like a swamp region. But the upper portion of this map, like the more, I guess, northern part of this map, doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot of mud up here. So that's why I'm fairly confident that we'll be okay just kind of continuing on through the wilderness like this. Now, this pretty much reveals that, okay, so that muddy area only went on for a little ways, and then it cuts back to this for a bit, and then you have the garage, and then the watch point right next to the garage, and then at that point, this side of the map will almost be fully discovered. Now, after that, though, we do have 1, 2, 3 watch points left, and they're on the complete opposite side of the map. So this is when it will start to get interesting, because the drives we're going to have to make will be longer. Not that that concerns me, it's just one of those things that I'm having to, like, I'm kind of thinking about all these things in my head, and I'm like trying to plan out how to do it, because that's how I play, you know, when I'm playing MudRunner in an environment that's not about mods. When I'm playing it in an environment that's not about mods, and it's more about, you know, actually playing the game in an objective fashion, then I start to think a lot more objectively and think a lot more in a, like, I try to sort things out a lot better than I would when I play with mods, because when you play with mods, you can pretty much do, I mean, let's face it, you can pretty much do whatever you want, but when you play without mods, you do have to keep within the mentality of how the game is meant to be played, which sometimes is a little bit hard for me, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to come off of, you know, using mods for months and then go straight into, like, using factory vehicles again. It's not a bad thing, it's just something that you have to think about and consider. Uh-oh. Are we stuck? Oh, there we go. Yes, push that sapling over and then continue on. Little bit of mud here, but we shifted into high, and we're able to get over those fallen trees pretty easily. Honestly, I'm still thinking I'm going to stay away from the road. I mean, I might cross over to the other side of the road, but I'm not going to use the road. Now, the only problem, though, with this thing's smaller tires is that it's weird. It's like the fallen trees like to follow these tires around. It's like they like to get pulled around by these tiny little tires, and I think the reasoning behind that is the fact that they're not really big enough to kind of walk right over the fallen trees, so they kind of pull the trees around, and then the trees just kind of follow the tires. There's the garage, so the watch point must be right over here to the left. If we just continue straight, we should see that flag. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, nope. I was hoping we had enough torque to go ahead and make that shift. We still don't have enough torque to go ahead and make that shift. Okay. There she goes. Oh. Oh, not running out of torque yet. I will admit, this thing in high is just an absolute little scrambler. What the... Oh, no. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, my God. You have got to be kidding me. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's... We rolled it over right at the... All right, then. E7429... to the freaking rescue, because the trailer hitch is coming off. And then what's going on it? Not the utility trailer. We've already got the repair kit. Fuel? No, because the repair kit blocks it. We don't really need anything besides this. So let's go ahead and set off with just this, because that's pretty much what we're gonna need. Now, see, without a trailer, this thing will go into high range just fine, and it looks like it's gonna rampage its way there. Certainly gonna take nowhere near as long to get there, and this is actually, I'm kind of excited to do this, because this will allow me to test this thing out in a totally different light. Totally different light. Let's go ahead and get, oh, it's not a fan of that. Oh, it's not a fan of that. Okay, low 3 maybe? Low 1, low 2. Yeah, that's the bottom of low 3, and it is actually not doing so hot in this mud. Not doing so hot. Okay, they've really turned it up. They've either turned this truck's grip down or turned the mud up, and I feel like they've turned the mud up, because man, and I'll try this map as well on PC, with some modded trucks that are proven to be good in mud, because after doing that, what I plan on trying to discover is, have they turned up the mud or have they turned down the grip on the trucks? And it may be a mixture of both. It may be just one or the other. I'm not sure which, but I plan on finding out ASAP for you guys. Now, this seems fine. It was just that deep mud back there that was just, like, super overbearing and not, you know, not even remotely... Wait a second. Why the hell am I not pulling a garage trailer with me? Are you freaking serious? Why would I not do that? Why would I not do that? Like, legitimately, that would just be dumb to not do. Trailer hitch. Garage semi-trailer. And then if we take the garage semi-trailer, which I'm glad I just now realized, we can unlock the other garage immediately. That's so simple. That's so simple. Why did I not think of that before? Like, I know I overcomplicate things sometimes, but I didn't think I overcomplicated them to that degree. Like, damn, dude. Although it is mildly frustrating to have to start this section over again, although I'm gonna try and take an alternate route. Not necessarily the same route I took in the little scout truck, but if we take a different route this time, we should be able to just easily fly right through, as opposed to getting, you know, stuck in mud and mildly stranded with this trailer, because that's the last thing that I want to happen, that I want to have happen with this truck. The last thing. Let's stay near the left bank. Okay, so we can keep our grip here. As long as we stay near the bank, we can keep our grip. And I think that's also another helpful tip, is if you stay on the edge of these mud sections, like these, you know, water and mud sections, you can maintain your grip just fine. It's when you go out in the middle that they really start to kind of swallow up the tires of the truck and really kind of get to that point where it's like, what should I try to do here? You know what I mean? It's like really, really intense. Come on, move it, move it, move it, move it, move it, move it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. You know what? We're nearly to the point where we realized that we could reset, or that we should reset. So, to be honest, I'm actually not, I'm not annoyed. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all, frankly. Nearly there. Not too bad. Now, I will say that the biggest thing that I've been noticing about this truck is that even though it's like, it's weird, even though it's huge, apart from the really, really, you know, thick mud, it's like, it doesn't feel like you're pushing that much weight around, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel like you're having to lug a massive beast around when you drive it. I mean, it does when you look at it, but like when you're just driving it around, I mean, it doesn't feel like the other 8x8s to drive. The other 8x8s kind of they always felt labored to drive. They always felt like, it was like, okay, come on, come on, come on. You know, it always felt like you were trying to push them and force them. This, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like it's got the power to back up its size and the power to really push itself around, and I think that that's really important for a truck of its capability level, because when you think about the trucks that are this size, it's like, okay, what do you want to use it for, right? You know, you want to use it for properly intense hauling, and when you're thinking about, you know, stuff like this, it's like, damn, dude, you're talking about trucks that are going to be going through insane terrain, and trucks that are going to be taking a beating, and this feels like it could take a beating. Like, the other 8x8s didn't always feel like that, but this feels like it could take an absolute beating and just keep on kicking. No issue at all. Nada whatsoever. Come on. Oh, come on. I wish I could shift it into high. I really do. Oh, we're exactly to where the zone starts. That's perfect. We're not going in that mud, though. I can tell you that for a fact. Like, that's the last thing I want to do right now is go in that mud hole. So, to stay out of the mud hole, we're going to stay along the edge of the mud hole right here and just be, you know, just be at least mildly careful. Mildly careful, mildly careful. There's the garage, yes. So we'll just go ahead and unlock this second garage right off the bat, rescue the little scout truck to it, and then from there, we'll just drive down the street and unlock the other watch point. It'll be freaking simple. See, this isn't deep mud right here. This is just like a little puddle of water. That's nothing to even be mildly or remotely concerned about. There's the garage. There's a B66. The B66 may actually be of some good help for us. Go ahead and get that guy unlocked, and then we'll pull right up to this garage and be like, yo, your points are here. All right, boom, garage unlocked. So there's garage number 1, garage number 2, and I don't think there are any more garages to unlock unless there's a couple down there, which I'm not sure if there are or not. So, oh, not the B66. We want the A696, which recall. And then from there, we can just go ahead and drive it down the street. And since I'm actually going to just re-outfit everything right now, let's go ahead and... Okay, so it's got the attachments in the back. It's got everything we need. And, uh-oh, wow, it got really grumpy about the fact that I sent it through some mud. It was like, no, that's not what I'm about. It's like, sir, you should not do this. I recommend against it. All right, so it's down and to the left. So we want to take... Nah, we'll put it back into high range, and then we'll take this little road right here, and it should... There it is! Watch out for the saplings, because they apparently flip this thing. They don't flip the little UAZ, but they flip this, though. We're gonna have to use the winch through there. Yeah, that got kind of tricky real quick, because, like, the rear tires got stuck on a log. And there it is. So that's this whole side now revealed. And so that, I mean, that's pretty much how I was expecting it to look. That does clarify that the route that we took initially would have worked. It just would have taken a little bit longer to do. And now we have to do the other side of the map. And that, I think, once we start doing the other side of the map, once the exploration is done, we can begin our log hauling series. So, hope you guys did enjoy this second episode of exploration and our Let's Play of the new Valley DLC for SpinTires MudRunner on Xbox One. And if you did, don't forget to leave us a like. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see you all next time. Talk to you guys later.